All right, so now that you've completed activity 1, I'm going to walk you through how to complete activity 2. And so it says, activity 2, Elena is using tiles to build rectangles with a width of 4 units and an area of 40 square units or less. On the next slide, draw the rectangles Elena could make on the grid paper. Label the area and the side lengths on each rectangle. Okay, so let me think about this for a second. They all have to have a width of 4 units and an area of 40 or less. Okay, so I'm going to go to the next screen. And here, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Insert, Shape, okay, and I'm going to start by just doing, so I know it has to be 4 units wide and I'm just going to do 1 unit tall. So I'm going to stretch my little rectangle. So there's 4 units, 2 units, 3 units, 4 of my units, and 1 unit tall. Okay. Now I'm going to go back and read my directions. It says, draw the rectangles Elena could make on the grid paper. Label the area and the side lengths. So I need to label my area and my side lengths. So I'm going to go to Insert, Text Box. And I'm just going to make a little text box. And so this one for this side is 1. So in it, I'm going to put a 1. And it's okay if it's not right beside it. I'm going to insert another text box. Down here, this was 4. So in that little box, I'm going to put 4. Okay. And then I'm going to put the area inside. So I'm going to put another text box. And I'm going to put this one right inside my rectangle. And so if it's 4 units wide and 1 unit tall, the area is 4 units squared, or 4 squared units. Okay, I can move that up a little inside there. All right, and then I'm going to make another one. So I'm going to go to Insert, down to Shape, click the square, click the first square, and I'm just going to make this one 4 units wide. They all have to be 4 units wide, and I'm going to make it 2 tall. 2 units tall. There we go. And again, I'm going to insert text box. So this one is 2 units tall. Okay, another text box. So insert text box. It's still 4 units wide. So I'm going to put my 4. And then inside I'm going to put my area. So text box. I'm going to draw this one inside. So if it's 4 units wide, 2 units tall, the area equals 2 times 4 is 8. 8 units squared. Okay, and I'm going to keep going because I need to show all the rectangles that she could make with 4 units wide and an area of 40 or less. So I'm going to keep going because I'm not to 40 yet. I'm only to 8. So I'm going to keep going. Insert, Shape, the rectangle, pick the first one. And if I were you, I would kind of go in order and I would go down your page. That way you're not all over the place. You don't run out of room. So this one's 4 units across and 3 units tall. So I'm going to insert text box. All right, so here this one's 3 units tall. Insert another text box. It's still 4 units wide. And then I'm going to put my area. So another text box. So area equals 4 times 3 is 12. So 12 units squared. And I'm going to continue this until I either get close to 40 without going over or I get to 40, but it has to be 40 or less. Okay? After I'm done with this, and I have all my rectangles, not just the first 3, I'm going to go to my next screen. And it says, what are the areas of the rectangles you built? Well, again, Miss Ellie didn't do them all because I'm just modeling for you. So I'm going to say complete sentences and restating the areas of the rectangles that I built were, if I need to go back and look, I'm going to start with my small one, 4 units squared. So 4 units squared, 8 units squared, and I'm just going to list them. 12 units squared, and I'm going to keep going. Now remember, you guys needed to do all of them. I did not do all of them. just because I was showing you an example. You need to list all of them. So then I'm going to go on to question 3. What do you notice about these areas? Okay, I notice that, let's see, 4, 8, 12. All of these areas are even. I also notice that all of these areas are multiples of 4. In other words, I can skip count by 4 and land on all of them. 4, 8, 12. Okay, so you're going to put what you notice about the rectangle areas that you have. Okay, and then remember, whenever you're finished, you are going to come up here and you're going to share this with me.